Team with expectations, a team that doesn't have any history. There's the three going up.
It's good. A 50-point night for Jalen Brunson, and he's 9 of 9 from 3. It's the best three-point shooting game by a Knick since Latrell Sprewell went 9 for 9 back in 2003.
I mean, 9 for 9. That's just.
Let's just start off with the 50-piece, man. I don't even know what to say because, you know what, I like this matchup tonight, obviously. This was my pick for Underdog Fantasy. The number was like higher than 24.5 points. You know, Phoenix can't stop anything at the point of attack. And with Brunson, when he has off nights like he did in Utah, he always comes back with a great effort. And tonight, he was absolutely unconscious. It didn't matter who the Phoenix Suns were throwing at him. It didn't matter whether it was Booker, it was Goodwin, it was Nasir Little, it was Nurkic in the drop coverage. Jalen Brunson was going to pick you apart tonight, and he was incredible. 9 for 9 from downtown now. The most threes in the NBA without a miss. Record night for Jalen Brunson, bro. I mean, just talk about let's just talk about that performance before we get into the game story, man. That was incredible, bro. Incredible.
Woo. You know the last time that someone went 9 for 9 from downtown, that was a New York Knick?
Yeah.
Latrell Sprewell.
Okay.
Back in February of 2003. So it only makes sense that a guy that was always around those guys drops another perfect outing from downtown. Jalen Brunson, man, 50 points. There's so many stats that we can go off of right now. I mean, let's talk about this one. He's the last person to have over 40 points, 5 assists, and 5 steals in the game was none other than Walt Clyde Frazier back there. All right. And that was back in 1973. You want to know another stat, CP? There's another good stat that I think you'll like hearing for the company that Jalen Brunson has joined for this season. For the only active players to record 45 plus points, 5 plus rebounds, 5 plus assists, 5 plus steals, and 5 plus threes in a game is Jalen Brunson and LeBron James.
Wait, repeat that. Run that back. Wait, let's make sure that that we can get this to Kenny. Does anybody know Kenny Smith in the chat? Does anybody know Kenny?
Hey,
Kenny
the
Smith
guy that said that we don't have the best player on the court, but yet we decided to have, I don't know, one guy take out Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. And hold on, the only active players to record 45 plus points, 5 plus rebounds, 5 plus assists, 5 plus steals, 5 plus threes in a game, Jalen Brunson and LeBron James. I'm actually disappointed I'm not wearing my Brunson jersey right now, but it's being cleaned. So that's what's got to happen, man. But
unreal.
Oh my God,
unbelievable performance, man! And they were able to secure the game ball for him. I love that. I love.
Yeah, I love how Randall had it over his head. He's like, no, no one's taking this. No one's taking this.
No one is taking the game ball tonight. I love that. The team was riding for him. Everybody was happy for him. The whole city's happy for him. I mean, that performance, Al. You know, Melo's 63 was great. But it was on a bum night. Like, let's be real. It was on a bum night against the Bobcats.
Yeah.
Yo, I got to put this one up. In recent times, you know, like the Bernard era will say, you know, Bernard's was always great. And Ewing in his prime was always, you know, he would have those like 50-point, 20 rebound games. But this is right up there, bro. In our time, this might be the best performance. This might be the best performance, bro.
It is. I mean, think about it. We had a 50-point performance from Julius last year, but it was a loss to the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
We're talking about a 50-point performance.
48.
We're talking about no, I'm talking about last season. Season.
Wasn't Julius's 48 against the Timberwolves, or was that 50?
It was 50.
It was 50. Okay.
Yeah, it was 50.
Yeah.
I look, man. The fact that Brunson, he just started, and the thing is, like, I was like, it wasn't even like he was bad in the first half.
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, we're going to have a regular Brunson night. You saw that we didn't have the defense locked in, but not only did you see the defense turn up, Brunson decides to have 19 points alone in the third quarter. Without that type of performance, man, the Knicks aren't in this. And then to keep that rolling in the fourth, man just took over. And, you mentioned it at the top of the show. I mentioned it for pregame before play-by-play. Brunson doesn't have back-to-back bad games.
Doesn't have
You knew he was going to
back-to-back
come
games,
correct,
bro.
man.
Nope.
You know he's going to come correct. You know he's upset at himself when he doesn't have a good outing. But to bounce back like this, that was insane. And people were saying 57 against Miami.
57,
was it 57 against Miami?
Was it 57? Yeah,
I thought it was
57 against the Timberwolves. He had 57 against the Timberwolves.
It was Timberwolves.
That 48-point game was against Miami when he hit the buzzer beater at the end. All right. Correction on that.
Yeah.
Correction on that.
There we go.
This one's still better. The point still stands. This is still the best Knick performance in probably since Melo 63. Definitely. And I think it might be better because it was against I think even though Phoenix is still trying to get it together, you had 3 All-Stars out. Even though Bradley Beal left the game early, this was a more formidable team than Melo against the Bobcats on a bum night.
Oh, no, for sure. Oh, yeah. Look, you have a Hall of Famer in Kevin Durant. You have Devin Booker, who's been – look, both KD and Devin Booker have been to a finals, man. All right? KD's won finals. Yeah. Booker's been to one. You had Beal out there. Yes, he got injured, but still, that's enough firepower where they're still dangerous. I mean, you had Nurkic, who was doing damage in the paint. Yeah. You had Grayson Allen during his Euro steps tonight, and he was shooting well. The Suns were in position to win. The Knicks were down at the half. Like, let's keep it a buck. Yeah. Like, they were down at the half, okay? They could have easily lost this game, and Brunson decides to turn up, all right? You still had solid contributions from the rest of the team, especially the second unit in the fourth quarter to extend that lead, right?
Sure.
But at the end of the day, the way that this team bounced back and won, I don't know, it's up there with the 21-point comeback performance against the Miami Heat, man. I think this is even more impressive because
on the road.
It's on the road. You just had a terrible night against Utah, right? And I think for the team, even though they're not necessarily positioned well in the West, it's still a competitive Western Conference.
Yeah.
That team has championship aspirations.
That's right.
So I don't know. That's up there. It's between that and Miami, man. Yeah. That those are some of the best wins of the season.
For sure.
Point gem from Jalen Brunson, 7 of 23. You see the numbers on the screen. Jalen, by the looks of you right now, obviously you're tired, but it looks like it's just another night. This was obviously something special. Were you beating yourself up the other night after the loss to Utah? How did that factor into tonight?
Question, what do you think?
I think yes.
See?
I mean, yeah. I mean, when I know I don't play my best and I'm turning the ball over, and that's what pisses me off the most. And so, I mean, I just had to refocus.
What do we say?
And I guess I did that tonight.
When you started this game, it looked like it was all just go into the paint. The three-point shot in Utah for several of the players, it was a struggle. But it looked like you had a concentration on, let me get into the paint, let me get some of these baskets first and get myself in the rhythm. Was that the approach?
I mean, I was just playing. I mean, I wasn't really thinking. I was just trying to focus on my mechanics and seeing how the defense was playing, getting to my spot, stuff like that. But I mean, it's a credit to my teammates. I mean, we communicated, we talked all night, and we worked defensively really well. We got to continue to get better at that. But the ball went in tonight.
One of our favorite plays of tonight, and certainly of the season. Here you're on the verge of having a career high. You hadn't reached it yet. You get this steal. You have an easy layup. You slow it down and hand it off to your teammate, Julius Randle.
Yeah, I should have dunked it, but I gave it to Julius. I mean, it's just instinct. We got to continue to get better, and our chemistry, and we're getting better, and everyone's on the same page. We got to continue to stay on that page.
Your teammates so happy for you. They made sure they secured the game ball.
That's going to be a running joke, I guess, from now on, huh? But yeah, I love those guys.
Jalen, a spectacular performance, one of the great ones in franchise history. Thank you for coming on.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.